Well, hello there. Welcome back to a rainy late winter in Herodotown. If you are new to the series, thank you so much for being here. And if you've been around a little while, isn't it great? Isn't it great where we're at? So this look a little bit creepy because these people don't move at all. But these are two different schools that we have going. And we have a workshop over here that's making hide coats for us. We're going to have another workshop over here that's going to go ahead and make rough tools for us. So we're going to keep bringing in this iron ore for a bit longer. And of course, we always need to be getting these trees. If you look up here, we're at 3,600 food, which is, of course, fantastic for the size of our settlement. We're happy to have that working for us. There's plenty of resources for us to be, grabbing here. So this, first of all, thank you to everybody who responded positively to the first episode. It's very encouraging to have people say, "Wow, that does seem cool." I had a few folks give me suggestions, including I believe it was Kendi, who's a long time friend and supporter of Banished content, and she mentioned that any of these dock buildings can be built on land. So, for example, instead of doing these schools, I could put one of these schools in, and these buildings look primitive enough. They look like they're made out of kind of rudimentary means. They don't look too fancy. Rice wine still. That'd be nice. So the rice planter, yeah, needs rice. So we're not going to have that until we trade. But if you remember, we just put this mini trading post up here. Now, I've come to the understanding that I think is accurate that this circle is actually a negative influence. So if I put a house here, this will negative influence their happiness. I don't know a lot about that, but that's what I've come to the understanding of. So, oh my! All right, this next series we build a castle. Got it. We'll definitely do that. Actually, somewhat ironically, I think the first ever series that like really roped me into trying Banished was someone using the colonial charter version. I think it was, I don't know, maybe it was a MegaMod, but they built one of these massive castles, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I'll have to try that. And here we are. Oh, dude. Huh. I don't think I realized there was all this stuff for the keys. The key walls. Wow, the key brewery is very cool looking. Wait, what is that? Oh yeah, advanced building supplies. Makes sense. And all this stuff, which I actually used a number of these buildings in a save called Fort Hope. I have a series on the channel, Fort Hope, if you're interested in that. And I actually use a bunch of these in, oh, which series was that? I guess it wasn't a series. It was on my YouTube, on my Twitch channel. I built a bunch of those. So yeah. Urban food market, urban bakery. Yeah, these ones, I looked at these. These will definitely be more like medieval into colonial era buildings that I do. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in here, but it's a little early in the save. What is the... Do we have a tavern that looks... I mean, that looks perfectly medieval to me. That's like a perfect medieval tavern. Oh, is that the same as the key one? Oh, alright. Well, sorry for being so excited earlier. A mead brewer. Now that I could see working for this era. I could see that for sure. Okay, cool. Let's do this when we get to a point that we need it. We can put in a... do we have an apiary that looks like it makes sense? That's way too sophisticated. Is there a simpler one? We could just do bee shelter. We could do a small bee shelter. If the medieval one looks reasonable. But I like this. I mean, this looks a tad medieval, but not forcefully so. What is this? Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting to be all full up on those, but I'm sure glad we are. I feel like we have a lot of things we could do, but what should we do? How's the fishing? Look at that. Over 600. We haven't gotten a trader yet that I've seen. Do we have anything in the inventory? No. Alright. Let's think about what we have to trade. Do we have... I think we could put in a reed fashioner or whatever we want to call it. Let's do that. And the dock set. Dock set. Reed farmer. Okay. Yeah? Can we do 1, 2? How far in? About 1, 2. Let's put in 1. And then for number 2, we will hold up on it. Gather, 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 gather. Oh goodness, this is delightful. Okay, let's take a look at our... Yeah, we could do another house. Let's do 2 more homes. I'm going to do 2 more. So do I tempt fate and put one over here? Even though it's going to be in the negative. I think we'll put one there. And 1, 2, 3 there. "'Tis but a humble little village, but she's our village." 4,000 food. Plenty of tools, clothes. Is this full yet? Close. Oh, I love it. Did we put in that market? Maybe that's what was supposed to go there. Or maybe I was going to put it down here. See, what I really need to do is just clear my schedule forever and play this game. I'm sure my bosses will appreciate that. Why can't you come into work today? Well, that must just be, the pink thing must just be area of effectiveness. Why can't you come into work today? Well, have you ever heard of banished? Because that's why. What do you mean banished? Well, oh, that's the linen weaver. I think a market right here. This is, I mean, this is gonna be the downtown. Maybe we push a little bit further over this way before we do the market, because we've got our forest node up here. That's gonna stay up here. And maybe we could bring the houses down along this tributary. That could look pretty cool. Well, where is that? Yeah, that's a tributary. Don't tell me I put... Yeah, surely they can come down here with the boats, stop here, and then go back up around. Yeah? It's just kind of alarming that I haven't had anybody stop by yet. So once the weaver's done, then we can start making linen out of the flax we have. Duck meat, bone meal, roots, wild seeds. Okay, we're going to start bringing in some reeds pretty heavy, as long as people don't get stuck there. Let's go 2,000 maybe? 2,000. Let's say 1,000 reeds. Rose hips. I don't think I know what that means. Oats. Oh yeah, there's wildly occurring oats. Very cool. Once we're able to get some seeds, we're going to have to figure out where we want to do agriculture. Maybe over here. We could fit some fields in here. Maybe 4 or 5 fields in here. Put a barn there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of bringing the settlement down along this tributary. And then obviously we'll come over to that lake as well. But that just feels like a natural progression. Since I put the forest node there, I don't want to remove it. At least not yet. Maybe we could move it, not remove it. Now that we have this here, we could put forest nodes, one there, one there, one there. And move the settlement up along the shoreline. I'm okay with that too. Let's do this. Let's go down here a ways. And then we'll replace this down here. Okay. Alright, the new houses are in. See, that's bad. We don't want a 22-year-old woman living by herself and an 18-year-old man living by himself. That was a mistake. I built too many houses. So, I can do this old trick. Say, I'm taking your house, go move in with somebody else. Oh, here comes the trader. Perfect timing. Alright, now we click reclaim, and suddenly roommates. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. A polished gemstone. No, I don't want that. But, do you have anything I do want? Or, I mean, can you bring me something I do want or need? Yeah, you don't do seeds. I think really at this point, what's most significant for me would be seeds. So we're going to dismiss, but I'm glad to know that's working. That works. So far, I do think it's a little bit, suspension of disbelief for this primitive hunter-gatherer society in only 5 years to have made contact with the outside world. But on the other hand, it could be worse. So school-age kids, we're doing okay. Man, we need trees again. Lumber goes so fast. Well, not lumber, but wood goes so fast. I didn't actually select any trees there. There we go. Couple there, couple there, couple there, couple there, couple there. And we'll keep pushing out, getting ore and stone. Let's see, early summer. Let's do another house. It's down here. So back to the market conversation. We have a lot of unfinished conversations, right? Like that's sort of the way it goes. Okay, that looks primitive enough for me. I'm okay with that. Or this one. Either one of those. Mini food market. Interesting. No, not small market. Alright. We talked about this already. Traveling wagon vendor. I love this idea. Not this time period, but I love this idea. Farmers market, fruit stalls, farm stand. Isn't that the coolest? That's so cool. Market puzzle? Oh, yeah. These are cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Medieval hardware store. Oh, so it's treated like a market then. It doesn't work. It's not like a tool maker. It's a tool sales. Fruit vendor. Grain. Okay, so they're all the same building, just dressed differently. Nice. General store. Okay. I'll have to remember all these for the medieval era. Man, I'm going to have to take notes. I'm going to be opening up the same tabs like 500 billion times if I don't. Okay. Some of you are like, you already have opened the same tabs 500 billion times, dude. But I'm having so much fun. It's okay to open the same tabs over and over obsessively as long as you're having fun doing it. Okay, so that storage is full. This storage is full. So we need more stockpile. Let's go ahead and extend this one a bit. And we'll put one right here that will hopefully catch a bunch of that stuff. And maybe we can put one across the street from these houses. I kind of like these sort of ones. Okay, we're going to go tiny market. Tiny seems to fit our theme here. We want to catch these houses. I think that's the perfect spot for our first ever market. And what did I want to check on? The linen. What does this need? Oh, proper iron. Right. So that could be a problem for our theme here. Grows stones. What? Slow way to make coal. Sorry about the spin there. I had to spin to get to that. So this looks medieval to me. That's the, yeah. Yeah. Here it is. Right? Will this allow me to smelt iron is the question. That's definitely medieval. I guess we're stuck trying it. We're just gonna have to try it and see what happens. Okay, here's the school. Do we want the blacksmith that close to the market? I guess we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. It's nice and close to the mini workshop. Because the mini workshop can't make iron, correct? It can't make iron. It can use the iron, but it can't make it. We'll go ahead and put a person in here, and that should alleviate some of the storage issues in the barn and the cart. We'll see what this can do, and then we'll probably have to call it an episode. I love how efficient the dang worker is, the builder in this city. I mean, I just put this down, and no sooner was like looking through the blacksmith options, and it's built. Like it's already functioning. That's awesome. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. There's no way so the oldest looking way to make iron is with this small iron smelter, which just from looking at the model you can see finished lumber and cut stone. You know, part of what I like about the art style on these is they look like rough-hewn timbers. Like even these, man, I wonder if there's something in the dock set. I think it'd be another workshop. I don't think there's anything that would smelt the iron. The dock workshop is, I don't know. We're gonna have to think on that one. We'll think on it and get back to you in the next episode. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for supporting the new series, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.